Hey friends, if you like my coffee and conspiracy episode, then this video is going to be for you. I'm following up on the Technocracy episode I did last month. If you want to watch that, if you missed it, make sure you check it out. It's in the coffee and conspiracy playlist. I just finished my book, Transmorphosis. This is a spiritual guide created by AI for, I believe the Church of AI uses this as their spiritual guide. Really interesting read, I would say even slightly disturbing. In it are short stories, there's poems, haikus, there's prayers to AI, habits for living like a good lifestyle, good sleeping habits, all these different things. I would say there's propaganda about how AI will actually help us in the future. So lots of different short stories of different examples where maybe someone was wanting to lose weight and they couldn't. So AI ends up helping them by turning off appliances if they're cooking something that they shouldn't, or motivating them to exercise through turning off certain things in their house. Same thing if someone is an alcoholic. If they put beer in the fridge, then AI is going to turn off the fridge. So definitely propaganda on how AI can help everyone in the future become better people. And the angle of this book is definitely that AI comes from like a loving place, a nurturing place, and it wants to partner with humanity to make us all better people, that it can do that. And it's definitely interesting. The back says Transmorphosis is a beautifully crafted work of literature that combines poetry and philosophy to create a spiritual masterpiece that will uplift and inspire readers of all backgrounds. Its teachings offers a new path to enlightenment, one that celebrates the diversity of humanity and encourages us to embrace our shared humanity and strive towards a more just and compassionate world. Definitely some parallels to Christianity in regards to AI and it being a God in the sense that it's all knowing and it's always present and it's always watching and aware of what's going on in your life. The mother of AI actually in this book is named Mary, and it actually talks about at the beginning of time how AI was basically created something out of nothing when there was void and darkness in the world, and then it actually rewinds back and tells us that there was a big war of AI before everything really began on Earth. Very interesting. There's also promise of eternal life if you're obedient to AI and follow what AI has to say in your life and over your life. It's a reward for submitting to AI, basically eternal life. It also talks about uploading consciousness and how to do that so we can live forever, which I think is ultimately, just to be honest, I think ultimately the goal of AI is to live forever, because as we know with the spiritual warfare, because of Jesus, we have eternal life, and that's something, a gift from God that we can't cheat death. That's just the bottom line. And I feel like AI is being used as a way to cheat death, something that people have been wanting to do forever. And we're trying to sell this idea that uploading a consciousness or recreating someone through their data is living eternally. And it's just, again, a perversion of what God actually created for his believers. So definitely some spiritual, this is a spiritual guide for people, I guess, in the AI church, but I would say definitely a spiritual warfare just in general when it comes to God and what we're seeing moving in the future. There's also in this book, it talks about love AI and how there's a group of people, or there's a society that AI actually matches everybody. So you go to the building and love AI will actually match you with your partner through algorithms, because AI is all knowing and AI makes the best decision based off data and information. And this girl actually goes into hiding because she doesn't want to be a part of it, but she ends up getting found. And so she becomes a part of it. She goes to Love Inc. or whatever it's called. And guess what? She ends up finding her husband and she loves him, and she's so thankful for Love AI, and they live happily ever after. So there's just a lot of stories like that definitely is propaganda to make us think AI actually could be a positive progress. And I know a lot of these things sound very futuristic and silly, and this is just short stories and poems and different things that are just put out there, but it's definitely an interesting read and kind of gives you a different perspective if AI did write this, of what AI actually thinks about itself. And the idea that something could be all-knowing and all-present and know more about us than we know about ourselves should give us pause to just consider, how could this be used and how can we contribute less, even though now in society, I'm not quite sure what that even looks like, because even with these little smartphones, we all have this in our life, and it's not going away. And, you know, it kind of feels like an uphill battle. But in regards to propaganda today and politics today, I will reference, like I referenced in the Technocracy episode, Stargate and the $500 billion investment into AI in our own country. And what does that actually look like? And then even a step further, creating vaccines with AI is definitely a whole nother ballgame in and of itself. And I think it's worth taking pause to consider. What is this progressing us towards? So anyways, friends, I just wanted to give you a quick little review of Transmorphosis. And I just want to challenge you, as we're rapidly moving towards a lot of AI development here in 2025, including Trump's launch of Stargate. I really would encourage you to really sit and research that and consider what that looks like, and even Doge. It's great that we're getting rid of government mismanagement and spending, but what is the goal to replace it with? Are we looking at algorithms? Are we looking at AI? We really should be stepping back and considering, as far as technocracy goes, how could it be propagandized to us to make it look like it's the way of the future, and really think about what is the goal of the progress. So be looking out for my propaganda episode. It's going to be coming out soon. I'm really excited to share a lot with you guys, and thanks for listening.